Check, check, check.
All right, cool. My motion.
Inca!
How you doing?
I'm good.
You like my shirt?
I love your shirt. Look at that.
Awesome. So, what about the mind motions you?
Excuse me, hold on. This thing came out real quick.
You breaking stuff on my
Did I
podcast
already?
See, I
I
gotta
thought I
have
was
to.
doing a freestyle setup.
No.
Okay, there it is. It's
They
good
can
right there?
hear you.
It's good right there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where did you get the name My Motion from?
Okay, my emotion, it's a long story, but I'm going to make it short. We used to have a dance group called Land Express Sounds or Land Express, something like that. We used to dance at Fisherman Wharf back in the breaking days, like in the mid 80s, late
When you
80s.
say we, is you too?
No, it was, just high school friends,
Okay.
and then, so we were just like battling people like String, like I met Sway through
Okay.
dancing back in the day, Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco. But then there was this big group out of the Fillmore in San Francisco called Demons of Minds, right? And we found out that they were going to be at this dance contest. So a partner of mine said, "Let's go battle them," right? And I said, "Okay." So we showed up right here at Indian Center in San Francisco. His name was Foss. We showed up to the event, and that guy said, "Well, you guys can compete, but if you guys win, we can't give you the money because you guys didn't sell no tickets, nothing like that. And you guys need a name, and we had no name for the dance partners that we had, right? So we went around the corner like to a door, and then that guy Foss just came up. And I still don't know, but I think he really wanted to confuse the crowd, but put it because the other group was called Demon of Minds. So he just came up with the name Mind Motion,
Oh.
So I really think he did it to confuse, the names, right? So, long story short, we beat them, know that, and I started using the name. We started using the name as a dance group,
Oh.
right? But then, and then my brother and then they were already DJing.
Gotcha.
But then my dance group was so big in the streets and we had more, name to it that they was like, well, we'll just switch the name to Mind Motion Master Mix. So there was four of us, and then it was an M for each of us,
Gotcha.
So the DJ group became Mind Motion Master Mix, right? So that was the actual group. My actual DJ name was Easy E before you heard the Easy E from LA, right? So I gave him his respect, and I dropped the name. I dropped the name Easy E. But then after all the mobile parties that we were doing under the My Motion name, and my first club, I was like, well, I already have like the city and Bay Area locked in through the My Motion name. I'm not gonna name myself something else to start over. So what I did, as I got older and entered the club scene, I just kept the My Motion name.
I like it.
So now people knew me already from the My Motion Master Mix. So they were like, we just go keep it under the My Motion, and it's been in since like 92, 91, 92.
I was just about to ask you that next. So how long has it been since you've been DJing?
Well, DJing, like I want to say DJing has been like, I look at DJing like two different ways. So my brother and my cousin, they started DJing, and I used to go to their parties and watch. So literally, I was kind of like DJing without DJing because I was learning. I was learning from their mistakes and their like I could have said like, oh, that song should have went there instead of that one. But they can't see that because they're in the forefront. I'm sitting in the back. So I was doing that for maybe like 10 years, and I really didn't want to be a DJ. I wanted to be a graffiti artist, but graffiti wasn't paying no money or nothing. So it was just. So I said, let me DJ. So my brother left to the Air Force, and my cousin just quit. So I kept the name My Motion. So realistically, since about like 91, 92 is when I really came up under the My Motion. Like me like personal, like.
That's a long
Yeah,
time.
it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Wait,
yeah.
so what, because that's a different era of DJing. So what equipment was he using at that time?
At that time, it was basically, you had the Newmark. Newmark was big at that time, and the 1200s. The 1200s has been since like 78. So that was the standard equipment back in the day. Like in the 90s, there was a Newmark mixers and Vestax and the 1200 techniques.
Man.
That's when they only cost like $200. Now they're. $1,300, $3,000, which is crazy.
And you had to walk with like cases of
My records.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
records.
So literally, we used to go to Safeways and steal the milk crates, to put the records in because we couldn't afford like the crates.
Yeah, no.
And basically, those crates weren't even like the envelope cases.
Yeah.
They weren't even out at that time because they didn't really know about the DJ culture. So basically, we were going out and to Safeway and steal the milk crates and put the records in there. So me personally, I used to roll with about 6 milk crates, the large ones, to every party.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
man.
But then back in the day, you used to have friends. Hey, let me get in the party with you, or you got to carry a crate. The only problem with that was that they help you in, but they leave before the party's over. And now you got to carry the crates out by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I'm sure you glad Seratos came out.
Yeah.
So most DJs actually have some other side hustle. Is like DJing and promotion your main income?
Yeah, that's it. I try to. That's why, sometimes when I say it's not a hobby, it's not a hobby. This is it.
This is
what I'm saying? I'm not here to judge nobody's situation now, but this is what I've done since,
a long time.
since really realistically, I think I had a so-called job, the so-called, corporate job.
Yeah.
For one day, which was like at a UPS kind of like service. I went there because my mom made me, I was going to City College. My mom was like, you need a job. I said, so I went and got a job one day. But then, so I went over there and I just didn't like the whole operation. And I think in one day, I made $25 the whole day. It was overnight. But then I just came from the club and made $300.
Yeah.
For 4 hours. So I was like, Mom, this is, this job thing is not the business for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't work that way. Then she just let me be, and do what I wanted her to do. So as long as she got her little rent and her little, as long as she got her little rent money and her little food money, yeah. I was like, good, So
that's funny. So you're originally from San Francisco.
Yeah. Right. I was born in El Salvador.
Okay.
And then we came here as little puppies. We came here as little youngster. And then and basically grew up in the whole San Francisco. Like I started in the Mission District. Mm-hmm. Then I went to Excelsior District. Then I went to Lakeview District. And then went back to Portland, which is the Outer Mission District. And then ended up again on Excelsior District. Then we moved out of town because I moved in with my wife, But so basically, it's been San Francisco all my time,
And so, how's the San Francisco growing up in San Francisco? How does that help you with DJing?
With DJing, well, just so many types of people, different, different nationalities. It's like we were talking about this earlier. Like you live in Oakland, it's not as many as San Francisco because San Francisco is where everybody,
melting hub.
Yeah, it's mainly like where everybody comes first, then they spread out. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me out, and then with going to different, different neighborhoods and doing different parties at different neighborhoods. I used to do a lot of weddings. So I was learning as I was going.
Yeah.
Like I would ask for can you give me a playlist of your favorite music?
I got you.
So then I didn't download, but I'll go buy the record or whatever. But I learned the music, and then little by little, you just build up.
Yeah.
And then you know what to play. It's like, so that helped a lot living in the city.
All right, let's get down to like the industry, what's going on in the Bay. So you really push like a lot of people music, a lot of like Bay Area culture music, hyphy movement, etc. Some people say that hyphy movement has like seen the rise and the fall of like Bay Area hip hop. So what's your opinion on like what's going on with hyphy movement today?
The hyphy movement, I think hyphy movement is still here. It's just on a different time, on a different time set. The problem with hyphy music back in the day when it was really at its peak, it was like, it got tied in the industry. Say like in the 1990s, early 90s, it was E40, Digital Underground. Bay Area was like bigger than New York, bigger than every country because all the artists were here. Hammer was here. So in like between that 90s to like 95, the Bay Area ran the industry, music industry, and they ran the world. So then, as any music in any city, it dies down and it goes down. Then here comes a new movement coming out, the hype,
Yeah.
So here comes the industry again.
Yeah.
Here comes corporate America again. Oh, we need to make this money off this hypey music. But now the hypey music is not really on a national level like when it was like in the 90s with digital underground. Now it's really like blocks and neighborhoods. So corporate America and the record company, they don't understand it now. They don't understand that it's from East Oakland. They're looking at just Bay Area, but they don't understand that happy music is now basically real turfed up, like real turfs out there. So now they're trying to see how can we make money on this, and they start signing artists, that, and it's not generating music. It's not generating. I'm saying money, because a lot of the hypey kids is not really buying the music because all the artists is really here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like for example in the 90s, when Digital Underground came up, they didn't know that a lot of people didn't know that Digital Underground was from here. A lot of people didn't know that Hammer was from here. So people were buying music. Okay. Oh, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Now when you get to when you get down to the blocks and your cousin rapping and all that, you're not buying music no more. You either hear it on the radio or you're getting it from your homie. And all that. So now the industry is saying like, well, why is this song getting 100 times a day on the radio, but it's not generating sales?
Yeah.
Because of that fact, So now the industry sees us as like, okay, this guy's acting like dumb, stupid, this driving out the cars and that.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're looking like, we're looking like clowns out here doing all this dangerous stuff and that, but there's no money to make it, so we can't even support it. You know what I'm saying? Because they signed a couple artists. From the Bay, I'm not gonna mention no names, but they signed a couple of artists and they didn't generate,
Gotcha.
So basically, so now then Hyphy went back under,
Gotcha.
back to the to the underground of the industry, but it's still been here.
Yeah.
For us, it's been here. We've been playing, we still playing them records. We still playing new Hyphy records. It's just that the industry, didn't.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they didn't make no money for it, they didn't care for it no more. And that's all it took for it not to be like a national global thing.
Gotcha. Right? You think hyphy music can make a comeback?
I see. That's the thing. I don't think it's never left. It's never left. Hyphy music is a culture now in the Bay Area. It's like it's a culture like Giants Burgers. What's that? Nations.
Yeah.
It's just a culture now. It's never gone. It's just us now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot of cats, they're not doing that hypey from 2007, 2008, 2009. They're doing a new type of hypey, but it's still hypey because it's a Bay Area culture.
Yeah.
So it's almost like neo soul somewhere in the country, which now it's imagine like neo hypey is us, is the Bay Area. It's like so it's never gone nowhere in this, and I think it could come like on a national level. It could come back, but now we're not even on that national level because everybody's so independent now. So it's like it's like we don't really need the big record companies to make it national now. So it's a different time now. But Hype's still big. If you listen to all the kids, you listen to a 10-year-old, he knows Mac Dre.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely big in the Bay for sure. Because I never heard that much since I moved here.
Yeah.
Like it's not the same on the East Coast. You might hear like one E40 song or like,
But see, like, you go here, tell me when to go.
Yeah,
exactly. Because, that's when the labels was putting money.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, like, that record was out on Warner Brothers distribution. So there was money. So they was hoping to create the industry again from the 90s. But it just didn't generate it, Too Short came up, 40 came up, Keek, but not enough to make a whole scene, stay, So now Hyphy is like when you go to Atlanta and say the crunk, remember the crunk? The finger snap? Yeah. All that's still going on, just that we don't see it no more because it's already fizzled out. But in Atlanta, that's still a scene, you know? So it's like, that's the same as Hyphy nowadays, So.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I also wanted to have the record show that you're drinking water and I'm drinking tequila.
You know why though? I'm gonna tell you why though, because I'm on a little antibiotics right now. I thought I had a cold for over a month, but it's not that.
Okay.
I think I have allergies, and I never experienced allergies. My wife tells me, I think you really have allergies, you know.
Okay.
So we talked to the physician, and then he gave me some allergy cough thing and this and that, but it's still not helping. So I think I gotta go get. She got the little test. I don't know if you had done. They
Uh-uh.
put this things in your arm, and it shows what you're allergic to.
Oh no,
So
I
I
gotta
think
do
yes,
that.
yeah. So I think that I gotta go get that done.
Did you go see the physician after your
No, no.
birthday?
Oh no, no! I went to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room after that. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference, you know. ER physician, different situations, you know.
Because I posted like on my Instagram, ask me questions to ask my emotions.
Yeah.
And one of the questions like, how do you keep standing after a party after you drink?
You know, like I said, we do this for a living. You know, I do this for a living. You know, like it goes back to it's not a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, you know, I think I've been drinking since I was like 13, 14.
Oh my
you know,
god!
because you know, in the whole DJ culture, it's you know,
Nah, I
it's
understand.
you know, you can't escape it.
No,
You
you
know what I'm saying?
cannot. You
You know,
cannot.
I'm gonna tell you some real truth stuff. I used to see my older DJs that I used to go to parties with. They were doing cocaine on the regular as the record spun, and I was like, I'm not doing that. You know, I used to be like,
dead.
I used to be, give me a beer. You know,
Yeah,
I am not doing that. That's stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. You know, so I was like, so I said, give me a beer. So since that time, I always picked alcohol. You know, over any other type of drugs
It's
or
crazy that
drinking.
you say that too because I be so concerned when I see like bunch of drinks or people smoking around the equipment. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's gonna all burn down. The equipment's gonna
Yeah,
burn.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
gonna happen? I don't know
No,
what's going on.
I'm in the parties where people spill drink on my
Yeah.
computer and they just crash right there,
Yeah.
like completely gone.
Yeah, no,
You know,
that's
so
wild.
it's also something you gotta be careful. But you know, with the drinking, you just become, it's almost like it's rare. It's rare that I get really drunk where I can't DJ.
Yeah, no.
Out of time. But come on.
The looks
I'm always maintaining.
behind this camera.
It might hit me afterwards. It might hit me afterwards. But while I'm DJing, I'm sane. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in, and you get happy. I'm more of a happy drinker. I can't go to, like my wife always tells me, you want to go here and have a drink? I said, nah. I'm more like I gotta be in it, to in order to have a drink. Like we gotta be like,
Yeah.
just partying. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's not like I'm drinking all the time. So if you see me drunk all the time, I'm only drinking at that time. Like Monday through Thursday, I'm recovering. Bro, trust me.
I love this. Okay, another question that came up in the polls was, okay, a lot of people don't like DJs talking on the mic.
Yeah.
And sometimes you talk on the mic a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's part of entertainment, but you gotta be able to know when to talk and when not to talk.
Okay.
So if you see me talking a lot on the mic, it's because I'm trying to motivate you,
Okay.
trying to get it hype. I'm trying to motivate myself,
I like
and then just have a good time with it. But there's other cats, there's some promoters that be like, you gotta get on the mic. I said, bro, there's like 20 people in here. Who am I gonna be talking to? Like he want me like, put the hands up, no, it's not. And there's DJs that do that, they just want to like be on the mic no matter there's 5 people in there.
Yeah.
It just don't work. But if you hear me talking on the mic a lot, you always gonna hear that it's within my sets. Like if I'm talking, it's within the whole show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's making sense. That's what I want to say. I'm not just talking unless I'm saying that I need a drink or something. Like but if you hear me talking, yeah, but like I'm wishing you a happy birthday. You're not complaining at that time. You know what I'm saying? You're not saying, oh, Mama should talk to Mike. Oh, but he shouted me out for my birthday. You liking it now? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm from the Caribbean.
Yeah. Oh,
So I already know.
I'm talking about the Caribbean.
Yeah,
they don't even play the music.
Yeah.
They're all talk. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then you add the echo to it.
Exactly.
And there's all.
It don't bother me, but I grew up like that.
Yeah.
So I'm
mainly, my whole talking vibe and all that, I get it from the Caribbean. I get it from the reggae.
yeah, the
from the
dancehall
reggae culture. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like you gotta sell yourself.
Exactly.
You gotta make the people feel good. You know,
You gotta
you
tell a
gotta like
story.
it's just a whole package. So some people that say that DJs or myself talk too much, they're not really into the culture too much. You know, they don't really know the whole fact.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
all that thing. Like myself, like I've been to the Caribbean. You know,
Yeah.
I've been to the sound clashes. You know, it's just like, and when I saw that when I was young and I saw that, I said that's the move right there because
Yeah.
they were moving the crowd with the records and the mic. You know, like hey, put your
Yeah.
hands up, the horns.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're going crazy. Imagine if I was dropping big horns and they'd be like, what?
I
You
know, right?
So,
Right.
but I'm saying like it's you know sometimes I get carried away. You know, so, but
Yeah.
I'm saying it's just part of the show.
Yeah,
you know,
it's all part
yeah,
of
it's
the
part of the show. It's just like-
energy that
yeah,
you're
exactly. You know what I'm
providing.
saying? Like so.
All right, so
Who said that, by the way? Who was
I'm
that?
gonna
Nah,
tell,
just like,
I'm,
nah,
I'm
just
gonna
like.
tell you right now. I
Nah.
had a friend here yesterday. I'm not gonna say her name.
Oh.
She said that's exactly what I want you to
Is that
ask.
right? So is it just me or all the DJs? Because I seen Prince go crazy too.
Prince be going crazy on that microphone. You would swear he's from Jamaica. You swear he's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
All right. So another question about like the industry today. It seems like all right. I've only been out in the Bay for 3 years, right?
That's it?
No, it's literally been.
Oh, wow.
I know. It seems y'all so welcoming. Y'all
Yeah,
make me
yeah.
feel like I'm home.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So, but it seems as though in the 3 years I've been here, I feel like I've seen how things got more competitive in 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, how do you manage being in the game for such a long time in such a growing competitive industry?
Yeah. Well, you know, like in my case, you know, I didn't get into this, you know, just you know, this is my source of living, you know.
Yeah.
When I was young, and like I told you, I didn't want to DJ. I wanted to do graffiti, but I couldn't make no money as a graffiti artist because if you're making graffiti money as a graffiti artist, you're not doing graffiti. You're just doing art now. You know, graffiti is illegal. You know, no permission. You go in and tag up the whole. That's graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti as a paid thing is just you're an artist now. You know?
Yeah.
So with me, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do graffiti or no graffiti. You know, so I said, well, as I got older, I said, well, I need to make some money now because I got to pay my mom rent and all that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
okay, here we go. So I started the DJing. So in my situation, I didn't become a DJ to be competitive with nobody. It's like it's more like this is my livelihood, right?
Yeah.
So nowadays you get all these little young DJs coming in now. They just a lot of them just want the light. You know?
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, I could if there's 1,000 DJs in the Bay Area right now, there's gonna be 100 DJs in 5 years. You know, 900 DJs already went in. They already moved on, or that was it. You know, and those 100 DJs, if you can see the original 100 DJs that I call right now, like a DJ Fuse, Scotty Fox.
Yeah.
You know, like the main cats. You could just tell we didn't get into this for the Instagram. We didn't. You know, we're actually doing this. You know, like this is what we do.
Yeah.
You know. So that's always gonna separate, you know, the talent's gonna separate the I want to be famous and let's just have some fun with it. And that's and there ain't wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having fun, you know. But you know, like there's also ethics to the whole DJ thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just disrespect the game just because you want to buy the controller and you know you have 100 people at your party. You know, no. You know, there's but the problem with the younger generation, the competitive, so-called competitive DJs nowadays, they don't understand that because they didn't like, you know, they don't really have. They're coming from they're learning their way into DJing, right? And I'm gonna be honest, you're not gonna love DJing until you're like 40, 45 years old. You're really gonna understand DJing.
Yeah.
Right now, you just high feet.
Yep.
Playing the hottest 20 songs. But if you're really going to become a DJ, you're not going to understand DJing until like you're 45. And I guarantee you that right now. Because right now you may think you understand DJing. You're not understanding DJ, bro.
Yeah.
You're not DJing. You're playing music right now. You're not DJing. You're playing music right now. All right. So even with myself, you know, I didn't want, back in the day, I didn't want to hear none of this, you know.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you start learning the craft. You know, you start learning, oh, this is what they made. And with myself, I had my brothers and my cousin. I had elders that really molded me to becoming what I am. These young kids don't have that.
That's
you know.
true.
And like I was having a conversation with this person the other day, and I was telling them that I felt that I let a lot of young DJs down
Oh,
because they would hear me on the radio, but they would just hear me say the party stuff and
I see.
we're getting drunk tonight. We do this.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just, but they didn't. I never showed them the work.
yeah,
So
yeah.
when everybody heard me on the radio, they only saw the party and when I'm mixing all that. So in their heads, it's like, oh, I want to be like my emotion, but they don't see all the work that it took to get
Oh
there.
yeah.
See, and that's why I told this person. I said I think I failed a lot of people because they just saw me partying and doing
Yeah.
this, but then I never showed the work that it went.
Yeah.
Even though now, I go to sleep 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm mastering music. I'm like
I
I'm
can
making
tell.
my sure my music is straight, my edits are straight. I'm making them custom to myself. They don't see that though.
Yeah.
They just think, oh, it's Friday, my emotions out again. They don't see that Monday through Thursday I've been
Yeah.
awake till 4 in the morning
Yeah.
on my computer. Like mastering my MP3s,
Yeah.
making sure that they don't see that.
Yeah.
And like back in the day, before it was so competitive, my elders taught me, when it was records,
Yeah.
make sure your records are lined up perfect, So when you grab the record, you play it and then you put it back and it's still organized,
Exactly.
Nowadays, it's like, I see people's computer with no records and it's just a mess.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? It's
I,
like,
I don't want to call no names, but the producer over here is a hot mess.
but as long as as long as they know where everything's at, it's cool. But on a professionalism,
Yeah.
you gotta be. I'm out of every. And my wife be like, "What are you working on now?" I'm not working on. I'm arranging right now. I'm like,
I mean,
so
some people also operate in chaos,
Yeah.
right?
So on the competitive level, I see where it's competitive because everybody's trying to get that shine. Not necessarily competitive. I want to make this a career. It's
Yeah.
competitive on like I want to get the shine and I want to be the guy.
And it's
You know
not
what I'm
just DJing that's competitive.
No.
It's promoting.
Promotion, same thing.
Yeah.
It all works the same.
Yeah.
One promoter's trying to do, I do the other promoter, this and whatever. Is it? And there's money for everybody. But a lot of cats, once again, you're gonna see the promoter that's here because of this, and you're gonna see the other promoters just because I know 100 people, I'm gonna throw a party, regardless if you're making money or maybe you're not here to make money. Like I said, you're not here to make. You
Yeah.
just want to do it. But same thing as a DJ, a new DJ. I don't want to say new DJ, but just a competitive DJ that's not really want to DJ. He just wants to be in the light.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as a promoter, and there's a promoter. Like I said, like my partner-in-law. He's been in 30 years. He's about to
Yeah.
celebrate. Actually, he's about to do this year's his 25th year anniversary promoting.
Wow.
How many people can say that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many people can say I've been DJing for 30 years?
Yeah,
You might talk mess about them and be like, oh, he an old dude. He shouldn't be DJing. So no, see that's the problem right there. You're not in it. You're not in it to win it. You're just in it to be the limelight guy.
Yeah.
Because he's stupid if he's thinking he's insulting me or insulting all the pioneer
Yeah.
DJs. He thinks he's insulting them. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the old DJ.
Yeah.
He don't understand that. Oh, I'm the one looking dumb because
Yeah.
I'm here till I finish out of high school.
Yeah.
And then I mean not high school till I finish college or something. And he's the one looking dumb, talking mess about say like a cake Capri or something like that. Dudes just in it. They're in it and they're still in it. You know what I'm saying? Like so. So when they try to when the new guys come in and and that's the way of them trying to get a light, you look in yourself, you making yourself even look dumber. And I lose respect because I'll be like, yo, I ain't working with you.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm only working with cats that really understand the game. If you see me, I put on so many people.
Yep.
I mean,
You do.
I have no hate in my heart. No, I'm like, yo, if you're really trying to work, and then you respect what I'm doing or not, I'm gonna put you on.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't carry you on and give you the light. You gotta earn that yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put you on where people can see you, and that comes from DJing, rappers, R&B, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm open the door to you,
Yeah.
but I can't make you walk in it. That's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where it's so competitive. But you have to be able to, you have to be able to see who's doing what and who's doing this.
Yeah. And to that point, right? Like, how do you balance bringing up people who are doing music and finding the balance of like just playing for the crowd? Because like
Okay,
you also
see, that's hard. That's the
Yeah.
But that's where my I've been at this so long. That's where my knowledge of music and the club scene and that comes apart. You know, so I know how to play a new song where nobody's ever heard before,
yeah.
and keep you interested while that song is being played,
Yeah.
and then the trust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mamos is playing. It must be the.
Exactly.
It's got to be the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of young kids nowadays, or the young DJs, don't have the trust. They
Yeah.
haven't earned it yet. You know. So have you noticed if you go to a 21 and over party, like real 21 and over, I'm not talking like 25, 30, 21, you barely play the second verse of the song.
Yep.
You play one verse and you out,
Mhm.
because the attention span's not there.
Yep.
The trust of the DJ's not there. So the DJ's thinking like, damn, if I play this song too long, they go clear the dance floor. Of course they go clear the dance floor.
Yeah.
They don't know the song, and you don't have the trust of the
Yeah.
crowd. With me, I've been lucky enough to have a trust because I've been doing this so long. You know, I'm fortunate enough to have the trust of the crowd, and we go see the My Motion show, and he's gonna play this song, and not necessarily a new song. I could play an old song
Yeah.
that nobody's never heard before, and treat it as a new song. But they'll be like, yo, if My Motion's playing this is the one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this is the one.
I got you.
So that's how I get the balance. You know, I get the balance, and I also know like, oh, it's not working. Okay, we're
Yeah,
gonna have to. I'm gonna have to position. Sorry, I'm gonna have to position this song maybe on a earlier set on my set, or maybe later on the set, and try to make it work within the meat of the set. You know.
Yeah.
So there's always ways of doing it, and that's always been my balance. You know, like my wife. You know, I be downloading a lot of music. She be like, you ain't even gonna play none of those. You know. And I just wasted 4 hours that day, right? Sure enough, I go to a club, and it wasn't that vibe to play that song.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna play that song, and I come back and be like, you know what? I didn't even play none of the song.
But you got it in your back pocket,
But once again, you gotta know the balance. Okay, this is gonna fit, and that's what I tell artists. You know, like don't give me a song where I'm at a club about shooting somebody's face off, you know, and this and that, and we at a club and I'm playing music just pop bottles and you know, it's not gonna work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I gotta be like, you know.
Especially when people actually understand the lyrics. I realize this about myself. Half the time I don't understand the lyrics, but I understand the lyrics of dancehall music, and a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And they be playing something. I'm like, you don't want to play that track.
Yeah. Okay, see, it goes back to even when I had reggae music.
Yeah.
I didn't know what bati meant. You know, we were playing Buju Banton, boom, bye, bye. And I'm like, why is he getting so much heat?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, then I found out. I was
We
like,
don't play that
yeah,
anymore.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and to tell the truth, Buju Banton's still banned in San Francisco from that song. He can never perform here because when he came out here, he performed that song and he got shut down.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I was like, wow.
Even in the Caribbean, to be honest with you, he doesn't when he performs that song. He don't perform that song.
You don't perform it no more, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And me as a DJ, the last thing I do is first thing I do is listen to the beat. Second I do is listen to the hook, because your hook is the selling point. You know, because the hook is where everybody's catching. The rap, it might take me 6 months to figure. Oh man, he said that.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. But you know, so but for me as a DJ, the first thing I listen to is the beat and the hook. You know, and then everything you can rap about whatever you want after. But if you give me a strong hook that everybody's gonna be happy with it, you know, it's like and the beat that everybody's gonna dance is great. Like nowadays in my career, my DJ thing, I'm not worried about, you know, trying to be that guy that he's gonna play all this break music. It's not about breaking music, bro. It's about making the crowd feel good. You know what I'm saying? And if you can break a record while the crowd is feeling good, it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a win-win. Like with me not being on the radio no more like that, I'm not in the so-called industry. You know, the music industry. So I get all these record promoters coming to me like, yo, can you play this song for me? It don't work, bro. It's not for me. You know? And they'd be like, well, this is such and such record from Atlantic Record. I'd be so. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, like before when I was in the radio, okay, you know, we're in the industry. You know, we're supporting the labels supporting the radio. But now with me, in my age right now, and where I'm at right now, I'm all about having a good time, man. It's like if you're gonna hear a new song, it's because I like this new song, and I feel that 90% of the time you're gonna like that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I might be something it'll be like 50, 60, 60, 70, but and then within a month you're gonna love it. You know?
Yeah. I like
You know,
that. I
so
like that.
that's how I'm able to balance, what how I play that.
Yeah. So you already are doing quite a bit. It's beginning of April. You had quite a few events already. What else do you have planned for 2024?
2024, just same thing. Like we just basically drop another album this in summertime.
Okay.
And drop another EP, and that's what I like now. That's what I'm really into now, like bringing this young artist.
Okay, I
You
like
know,
that.
I'm bringing the young artists up, and maybe even like with my soul leftover soul cold fame, I could still help somebody out. You know, it's where people or even record company were like, "Damn, is that OG My Motion? Oh, he's vouching for this guy.
Yeah.
He's got him on his EP. Maybe we could all come up together. You know what I'm saying? It's like so, and me, I'm really into new music. I
I
love
like that.
new music is life. If you stuck in the old stuff is cool, it's classic. But if you're not into this whole new music, and I'm not trying to say all new music is good. I'm just like the good new music. If you're not into the music, you just go pass away, bro. You just gonna, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, there's parties where you can go to with just old music, but it's not that energy.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as energy as playing a new song that everybody likes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh
Yeah.
shit, man. So that's what I'm trying to do with my EP now. I'm trying to create songs. I'm looking for the artists. By the way, I think I have 4 songs. I need 3 more songs. So I'm still trying to reach out to some people, but the 4 songs that I got right now, I feel they're gonna be like real big summer anthems.
Yeah.
Where everybody's gonna sing and like once again, it's gonna be a win-win. So this
I like
for
that.
2024, I'm trying to do at least 2 albums, 2 EPs out, help the new generation
Yeah.
come out, bring up more DJs
Yeah.
that I like. It's like I see I've been putting them in every club that I'm at.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't, sometimes I can. But whenever I can, I'm gonna let you come in. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. And then also I got my Cream of Beat party, legendary party. So this year
Man.
we're taking steps from moving it out of the city, out of San Francisco, and taking it to different parts of the country, and just spread on that brand.
Cream of Beat is probably the most Bay Area party I
Yeah.
have literally been
Yeah.
to. I have never seen such chaos and fun at the same
Yeah.
time. It is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. And you should have saw it in the 90s. And mind you, this party only took place 3 years in the 90s.
Oh,
But the impact of the
yeah.
party was so huge because at that time, hip hop wasn't allowed in the clubs.
Oh,
We were like in San Francisco, everything was like house music or techno music.
yeah.
But no club owner wanted to let hip hop in the clubs. So one person took a chance on us, and from then on, they noticed that hip hop was making money at the bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like the trouble that everybody thought.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. We actually made Cream of Beat a successful event and opened the doors to all other clubs.
Yeah.
We need something like that on a
Yeah.
weekly.
Yeah.
We were only doing monthly. They wanted weekly, but that party only lasted 3 years because it got off the hook like anything in the Bay Area. But in 3 years, we made the impact that it became legendary.
Yeah.
So now we brought it back in 2004, right? And we've been rocking it from 2004 all the way to now. Successfully. No problem. No, it's just now we in generations.
Yeah.
Now we have the people that were going in the 90s. Like we did, I think, 92, 93, 94. No, 93, 90. We ended at 96, so it was 93, 96. So those people that was going there, now their daughters
Yeah.
are coming.
Oh, wow.
And it's
Yeah.
and they're coming with their daughter. Oh, this is
Yeah.
the party that. So now it's generations.
Yeah.
It's almost like a local festival,
Mm-hmm.
and that only local people know
Yeah.
right now. But this is where I'm trying to take the party out now, because so many people from the Bay Area has moved to different locations.
Yeah.
That we were trying to do Sacramento, but we fell off. Some didn't work out too well. But right now we're looking at Atlanta in August, and I want to say 30%, 35% of the people that live in Atlanta now used to go to Cuba.
Oh, wow.
So can you imagine now bringing that to them? So it's like
That's dope.
so that brand right there is so big for us right now, and then and we've kept it real organic. That you always know what you want to hear.
Yeah.
That's when I tell the DJs, I say, "Yo, we're
Yeah.
not playing a Keisha Cole record. We're not
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
We're gonna give them this. Of course, I move up the years every year. I move up 1 year because like I said, now we are attracting the original crowd and we're attracting the daughters. So I want everybody to be entertained.
Yeah.
I just don't want the daughter listening to some 1990s song they don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
said, let me, because you figure right now we're going what? First, let's say 2004, 2005. If you look at 2004 right now, though, that's 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole 2 generations. Every 10 years is a generation.
Yeah.
That's 20. I don't, you don't want to be,
Yeah.
you don't want to be 21 listening.
No.
I'm going to give you some that maybe on Cream and B, I'm going to give you some that you listen when you were a kid. And I remember the song.
Yeah.
Not something that you don't know. I mean, we're going to give you that for the older
Yeah.
people, but at the same time, I'm trying to keep the whole generations happy right now.
Yeah.
So that's the goal for 2024. The goal is just, keep doing the parties, trying to help because the Bay Area club industry is kind of messed up right now. If you know, but like I said, it's a wave. We just gotta ride the wave. I've seen this wave plenty of time. So right now, my goal is to just keep going, trying to do successful events, trying to help the industry for the younger DJs.
Yeah.
To have an outlet, because right now the way it's looking right now, the younger DJs might not have an outlet anymore. Because I'm starting to see a lot of underground parties.
Yeah.
That's how I started underground parties, because they wouldn't let us in the club. So it's almost like that wave is coming back again because there's not that many clubs anymore.
Yeah.
So now they're doing underground, and those could be dangerous. So you be careful with that. But my goal is right now is to help the industry in the Bay Area come back up, and then do my EPs. Help the young artists come up, and take the party. I want to say worldwide, but at least nationwide. So.
What do you think is wrong with the club industry?
The club industry, it's just it's a wave. I'm gonna tell you right now. Well, first of all, the bad news in Oakland, with all the whole bipping on that.
Yeah.
The news don't help any, because there's no money in good news. So the news, TV news are only gonna report the bad parts. They're not gonna say my motion had a great party. Yeah. They're gonna say, oh, there was a shooting at my motion party.
Yeah.
That makes money. Nobody want to hear that we had a good party. So now they look at this. Have you noticed when you watch the news and you see something like, say, for example, something about a dog or something, right? And then, this dog got killed today. And then all of a sudden you see 20 stories about other dogs that got killed before, but they were never mentioned. That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
So right now I feel that in the Bay Area, I don't know if it's the higher ups or what they're trying to do. They're trying to put a hold on the whole industry.
It's social media too, by the way.
Social media.
All these pages.
Exactly. And I see I see a page of Bib City, Oakland, and all they're showing is how the cars are. Like for example, I'm starting a new salsa party, and one of the things my other DJ said, well, my people want to know if it's safe to park in that area. I'm like, come on, bro. It's not all that. It's like, but that's the news. So I think that's what happened on the industry. The news, and then also economics, because now we're on a shift. I think we're on a shift change again, and I told you it happens every 5 years. The crowd grows up. There's no way you're gonna party 10 years. We out here because we working.
Yeah.
But you as a party goer, you're not gonna party 10 years. I want to say maybe 10% will, but you as a party goer, you're not gonna be going to the same clubs doing the same thing 10 years. It's gonna be more. Now, you're going out 21 to 31. Now you're 31. Now movies better. Restaurants is better. You're not going to the club. So the crowd changes and the crowd is moving on. So it's all about capturing that new crowd and keep it moving. So that's what's happening right now. We're on that change where people are, and like I said, I see it every 5 years. The crowd is changing. You see a lot of new faces out the club.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm fortunate enough, once again, to be like, yes, my emotion.
Yeah.
My mom party with you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but at least I got them now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she told me about your parties and it's going on. And that's not just with me. That's like with a K Capri. That's with any older DJs, same thing. It's like you have to be able to catch that young crowd, regardless is your mom's, your mom's recommending you or just be relevant to the situation, you
Yeah.
know, and that's and that's how we're able to switch the change right now. Cause I told I like say like some clubs I've been doing like 6 years, and I've seen three different crowds already, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now, you get the crowd change. You get the crowd, you know, shifting, right? And then you get the bad news about Oakland or San Francisco.
Yeah.
Now it makes you think like, do I really want to go out to this place?
Man.
Now you just cut the new crowd coming out. You just cut them in 50%. You know, some people's
Yep.
like, I'm not going out in Oakland.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going there. You know, so now instead of a whole 100%. 21 and overs coming out,
Yeah.
you're only getting 50%. Other people's like, no, it's not that bad. You know,
Yeah.
like, and it's not bad. And it's not bad. You know, it's like a lot of. I mean, it's bad. I'm thinking it's bad if you're looking for it. You know,
Yeah.
but it's not really that bad if you like, you know, in a secure place and
Yeah.
everybody's happy. You
It
know,
depends.
it all depends. Like I say, you know, everywhere is bad though. Everywhere is bad.
Everywhere is bad. But I will say this, right? Like I went to the Caribbean. I went home in February, and I remember telling my mom, like, why you leave something in your car? Blah, blah.
Yeah.
She was like, this isn't the Bay Area.
See what I'm saying?
Nah, she's been here.
Oh, she's been here.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
she knows. And 'cause
Okay.
the signs at the Golden
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Like, you know, some things are not that normal in
Yeah.
other places. Even some dangerous places, they're still not thinking
Well,
that
even
way.
my guy that came from Atlanta, my guy Tay Rock, I said, dude, don't leave your bag in the car. You know?
Like people aren't thinking the same way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, if you're from here, you think that way. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
you don't want to leave nothing in your
Yeah,
car.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
looking for it.
Yeah, straight
Like,
up. Yeah, yeah.
You know, but other people aren't
Yeah.
thinking that
But
way.
I think that's what's happening all over the Bay Area right now. We're just getting a bad rap.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying it's all safe out here, but you know, we just getting and then now you got to decide, you know, do I want to go have a good time and something might
Exactly,
happen,
yeah.
or do I stay home and have a good time and
Yeah.
you know.
Nah,
That's why I think Twitch is coming back, man. Twitch is gonna come back,
Listen.
man. Everybody was safe when you was on Twitch, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, but I think it's we just need, you know, the economy
Yeah.
and just people be like, okay, it's good, we're going out, you know. But like I said, it happens every 5 years. I've seen this every 5 years.
All right. So I'm gonna check back in a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. One last question. I really appreciate how you really stay on top of your game when it comes to music. Like, you know music for real, for real. Like, there's DJs that don't know music for real. They pretend to know
Okay,
music.
that was the comment. That was the comment that I made about when you're like 40, 45, you really understand DJing.
Yeah.
Because right now you're not understanding music, bro. You're just listening. You're playing the hottest 20 TikTok songs that's out there right now. And you don't even know what it's about, you know. So you just know people are dancing. They got the dance. But when you become older and you start enjoying the music, like even
Yeah.
with me, you know, I go back to the old records and I understand the old music down there.
Yeah.
And I understand it now.
Yeah.
And I really understand. And I also make it a point to learn 3 new songs a day.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that's what separates the DJs from the guys playing the music. Remember when I say
like that.
when I say you're not DJing, you're just playing music?
I like that.
There's guys, you know what's the first thing a young DJ that don't know music will tell you? Oh, I'm too young for that. No, bro. There's Google. You got all the avenues to learn that song. But their mentality, that's what lets me know that you're not in it to win it. Their mentality is you already came up and said, I'm too young for that song. You didn't even learn. You didn't even care. Yeah, you didn't. So now that's why I say when you become 40, 45, or a little, you start appreciating the music. You start listening to the actual recording, like what did the artist, you know? And
because you stay up to date with new music, and then you still got the old music, and you have like such a wide variety of genres too. Like I've literally heard you play almost every genre.
So basically like that. So like one day I might learn 2 new songs.
Yeah.
One old song, like in the 60s, even though I'm not going to play it.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn it and download it, you know? Another day I'm going to learn 2 Afro beats, you know? And 1 Brazilian record. Another day I'll learn another brand new hip-hop song. And 2 reggae songs, you know? I mean, it's more than 3 sometimes, but that's the point that I'm making. It's like I'm making a point to learn at least 3 songs a day to keep your knowledge of music going. And that's how I'm able to do my range. You know?
So what artists or album or genre are you listening to the most right now?
Right now, I want to say the Afrobeats and the Amapiano is really big right now. Like, you know, Like I was like, it's just just the drive and the energy of the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like like hip hop is there,
Yeah.
but when it comes to genres of like what drives me,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say like Afrobeats and the Amapiano. The Amapiano really gets me because of the drum patterns.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it drives me crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and I love it. So, but like I said, but like Amapiano is getting real watered down now because everybody's singing now to it. Like it's making it. I mean, it's understandable. It's peaking.
Yeah.
It's peaking. Like before, remember Amapiano was just all drum.
Yeah.
And, now they got lyrics to it.
Yeah.
Just like any music. Once the lyrics start coming in, it's already like peak, like peaked out. Like house music.
It's house.
House music used to be all
instrumentals.
instrumentals. Then here comes Madonna. Oh, okay, well, here comes the lyrics.
The commercialized.
The commercialized.
Yeah.
When you put stuff in the lyrics, it starts getting too commercial.
Yeah.
So now, like on the Amapiano, you hear all the big artists now have an Amapiano version.
Yeah.
Like a Taylor Swift had the Amapiano version.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So
Send me that song.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? So now it's getting to that. It's getting to that point. But right now, I think the Afrobeats is really winning for me right now.
That's crazy. No.
And mind you, I've been hearing about Afrobeats for a while, but I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like DJ Fuse used to DJ. He used to do African parties, and he used to. I said, "Where you at tonight? I got to do this African party." I said, "What do you play?" Like you did your underground. You a hip hop cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you play? Man, it's this sound. It's like this African sound. It's like, and I never knew what it was because I never went to the parties. And as it started coming up, bubbling and bubbling up, I said, "Oh, that's what he was playing."
Okay.
Like I didn't understand. I didn't understand the whole genre of it.
Yeah.
I knew reggae just because I was been in the East Coast. I was been in the Caribbean. But I didn't really understand what the whole Afro beats was going on.
That movement is big, and I did say that was my last question, but I thought about this just now. So last year, right, was 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah.
And it didn't even hit #1 on almost any chart.
No.
But you see all these other genres now coming in. Like, how do you feel about that, especially being part of such a huge hip hop movement?
Well, I'm gonna say it's hip hop fault to tell the truth, because now they want the hip hop wants to. You have your hardcore hip hop.
Yeah.
But hip hop was never that $1 million seller. It was always about the vibe. But now you got this, all kinds of hip hop, like you got the trap hip hop, these artists, only a few artists is gonna be able to okay, say like a Jay-Z hip hop, right? We all know him. He could perform 30 years from now and you go see him.
Facts.
A young kid right now, he's not gonna go see Lil Uzi Vert in 20 years.
Yeah.
Because he don't have a catalog like that. He's not grassroots like that. It's just now. These artists now are now.
Yeah.
So now that's affecting the sales.
Yeah.
That's affecting. So now it comes Afrobeats and all that.
Yep.
They're coming grassroots. They're coming with the foundations. Hip hop don't have a foundation no more.
Yeah.
Why? Because the young rapper don't appreciate a Jay-Z.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate. They call them old. Oh, them old dudes don't know. They don't know what they're. We're trapped out now.
Yeah.
Like I heard one rapper said, we were rapping about selling drugs. Now the rappers are rapping about taking drugs. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's no more hustle now.
Yeah.
The rap came from a hustle. They were selling the drugs to survive.
Yeah.
Now new rappers now are taking the drugs and they're dying.
Yeah.
So there's no hustle there now. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
So now you got grassroots, the Afrobeats and all this. They're coming in with a fresh sound. They come in with a same as hip hop when hip hop came. Same as when hip hop came and the rock and roll people was like, yo, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So here comes a new genre, Afrobeats, Amapiano, or international. I want to say that international music is so big right now, right? So here comes international music, and they're coming with the grassroots. They're coming, they're coming strong. So now it's just knocking out, because I don't think only one rapper's hit 1 million this year, if that, or 500,000. I think Beyonce. No, I just saw it yesterday. Beyonce is the only artist that came out 500,000 first week.
Wow.
Out of all American music. That's
Times
terrible.
is changing.
That is terrible.
Times
You know what I'm saying?
is definitely
But
changing.
then you have a Burna Boy.
Listen.
he's selling $80,000 albums a day.
Burna Boy,
And the shows is
Burna Boy is up there. It's not just Burna Boy. It's all the other younger
They're young.
Afrobeats. Yeah.
So they come in with the culture.
Yeah,
They come in like with the whole
it's
thing.
a whole
so
movement right
yeah,
now.
and that's why to me it's fresh and it keeps me sharp.
And
You know,
keeps you
like the new
engaged,
music, like that Afrobeat keeps me sharp.
Yeah.
Because I see where they're grabbing from hip hop too, and if you hear a lot of Afrobeats now, they're actually going back and grabbing from the original hip hop. They're not grabbing from this 2010 hip hop.
Yeah.
They're actually going back and quoting like Jay-Z lyrics, Big Pun lyrics.
Yeah.
You could hear on the raps,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So they actually, and then matter of fact, me and my wife saw this Netflix special called Afrobeats. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I learned a lot from that,
Yeah.
I learned a lot. And then
That and This Is Pop, those are two really...
This Is Pop, I saw that. So when
Yeah.
I was looking at Afrobeats documentary, they said we wanted to be Jay-Z.
Yep.
We wanted to be
Yep.
these artists. Nobody said we want to be Lil Uzi Vert. I'm not again. I love Lil Uzi Vert, but we want to be Drake or not. We
Yeah.
want to be these artists,
Yeah.
and that was the whole culture of Afrobeat. They came up from that.
Yeah.
So that's for me right now is winning.
Yeah. No, that's dope. All right, so here comes the fun part.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a DJ challenge. This is the main reason I like to do this live, right? You got your laptop right here.
Yeah. I should have brought my records.
We needed a whole different. We need a whole different table.